Hello there everyone, welcome back to Press for Truth TV. Today is Friday, August the 31st, 2012. It's hard to believe we're already at the end of the month, and tomorrow it's going to be September, because that means that the 11th anniversary of the September 11th attacks is right around the corner now. And so I'm very happy today to announce that we here at Press for Truth have been very busy lately uploading all of our documented coverage of the Toronto hearings on 9/11. So we're getting set to release that early next week. It's a huge wealth of information. Of course, we have the nearly 6-hour-long edited DVD of the Toronto hearings, plus our hours and hours and hours of coverage of the presentations. So we're currently uploading these. These are huge files. It's taken a bit of time, but we should be set to release that early next week. So you can pay attention to my YouTube channel for this huge release we've got coming out from Press for Truth. Hopefully Monday or Tuesday of next week. Now, something else I wanted to talk about today is there's another release that is set to come out early next week, and if you haven't heard about this yet, I'm sure you're going to be hearing about it plenty from the mainstream media, and I'm talking about a book that is set to be released on Tuesday, September the 4th, that is called No Easy Day. And this is a book that is written by a member of the elite Navy SEALs Team 6, and from somebody who was allegedly involved with the raid on the Osama Bin Laden's compound in Pakistan. So this man is allegedly going to set the record straight and blow the whistle on what actually took place that day. Now, ever since that day happened on May 1st, 2011, there's been nothing but conflicting and contradicting reports over and over again. You know, was he armed? He wasn't armed. He used his wives as shield. He didn't use his wives as shields. His body was thrown out into the sea. His body wasn't thrown out into the sea. Constantly conflicting reports. Of course, we have the Pentagon releasing a photo of Osama Bin Laden allegedly sitting there in his compound. You could barely see the side of this man's face. And of course, the image that they released, this man is holding the TV remote control in his right hand, even though, according to the FBI, Osama Bin Laden is left-handed. So, time and time again, more and more conflicting things. And let's not forget that it was just a couple months after this alleged raid took place that a helicopter was shot down in Afghanistan, killing 30 military personnel on board. It was the largest loss of life for the American military in one single attack. And 22 of those military men just so happened to be members of the elite Navy SEALs Team 6. Now, these guys weren't involved in the raid against this compound, but did they know something? Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. Bottom line is, we'll never know what they knew, because they are all dead now, quite conveniently. So I'm getting the feeling that this release next week is propaganda to sell this idea that Osama Bin Laden was actually killed in Pakistan in 2011. Meanwhile, many of us are well aware of the fact that this man was on a kidney dialysis machine as far back as 2001, and let's not forget, we've never seen him since, except for some videos that have been released over the last 10 years where he appears to be getting younger and younger in these videos. So anyways, guys, I just wanted to let you know to be prepared for this onslaught of propaganda coming out next week in the lead up to the 11th anniversary of the September 11th attacks. But we also are going to be releasing, we're going to be countering that propaganda with our own release next week, as I said. So you can stay tuned for that. We're very excited to have all of this coming out next week at Press for Truth. And also, we got a couple good guests lined up for the show next week. We're going to be speaking with Mike, owner and operator, founder of NAUresistance.org, to get all the latest information on what's going on with the NAU agenda. And we're also going to be speaking with Shepard Ambellis of the IntelHub.com to learn about his activism, his website, and his upcoming film, Shade, which is set to be released this winter. So we have all that coming up next week. And also, guys, I wanted to give a quick shout out to some of the PFT sponsors, like the good folks at Smart Meter Blocker. Now, when these guys contacted me about getting involved with Press for Truth, right away I said, yes, this is something I can get behind. This is something I can endorse. Of course, the government is installing these smart meters now. They're beginning to dish them out all across the country, and these guys have manufactured a smart meter blocker. And what it does is it blocks out the wireless signals that are emitted from these new appliances. It's basically Big Brother coming right into your living room and keeping tracks on everything that you're doing. And of course, this wireless technology, there's privacy concerns, there's health concerns, and so when you install a smart meter blocker, you are essentially forcing the hydro company to have to physically come up to your meter to jot down the numbers as opposed to obtaining it wirelessly. So I'll put a link in the description if you're interested in checking that out. And also a big shout out to the guys at clothingdisclosurecompany.com. These guys are making some really good anti-New World Order t-shirts. I'm rocking one of their shirts right now. They're Bilderberg shirt, Billion served since 1954. And they're a good bunch of guys. They're making quality stuff. So if you want to check out some of their shirts, I'll have a link in the description as well. And anyways, guys, that is it for today. I want to thank you all for tuning in once again. And I'll see everybody right back here on Monday at pressfortruth.tv.